Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Hey guys, looks like we're live. We're here streaming inside of our 10-day business buying launch group with a couple thousand people.
What's up?
I've got some people in here, Carl and Abraham and Nitin, all familiar faces, I'm sure, for you. And today we're here, super simple. We want to talk about something really cool that's happening in February in Tampa, Florida, from February 24th to 26th. This is a live 3-day private, closed-door, exclusive mastermind where you can get a lot of FaceTime with Carl, a lot of FaceTime with Abraham. And I wanted to bring him on here today just to chat about that, just open forum, so you guys can understand exactly what it is, where is it, what they can expect, what's going to happen, and how this is different than anything you've ever seen before in your life. So who wants to jump in? You want to start, Abraham?
Yeah, sure. So for the first off, obviously, I met Carl 5-6 years ago. I joined his program. I've actually joined a bunch of other programs, and Carl has been by far 100 times better than anybody else's. So I got really close with him, and I started doing these business buying masterminds a few years ago. I've been doing a couple a year. They've always sold out. I have always had 100 people. And my last event, I told Carl, dude, you got to come check these out. You don't do he's like, all right, cool, I'll come check it out. And we ended up having a blast together. Like, we talked so much shit. Like, I taught all my about his stuff. Everybody just, learned so much. And on top of that, we're doing deals with people that were there, and we have a lot of ongoing stuff from that. And connections that everybody made was unbelievable. And on top of learning everything afterwards, every single night we go out for and network. So besides the 3 days, 10 hours just learning every possible thing you possibly know that Carl knows. Then we go out and have fun, work, and make connections. And literally every single event I do, I hear from people 6 months later, oh man, I did so many deals with this person, that person that was there. And we love hearing that. And the connections you make are worth it alone, but we're going to teach you stuff that nobody knows.
Absolutely. Hey, Carl, I was going to say, when you talk about an event and specifically a 3-day mastermind, and when something's live and we're in person and we're actually seeing other people and not just sitting on a Zoom, how powerful is that? And how was that at your last event in Vegas, Carl?
Yeah, it was amazing. But the Vegas event was a little bit different because obviously we had all our proteges there and we were doing a whole bunch of deals and all those different things. But what blew my mind, right, was Abraham said, dude, I've been working with you for all this time. I've done all these deals. We're a great kind of like team when we kind of team up and we do this stuff. You have to come to my mastermind event. So I went and I ended up like co-presenting it with Abraham. And it was just an unbelievable experience because together, the way we teach this stuff is like nobody else in the world is doing this because Abraham's done 100+ deals. But he's attacking this from like the kind of the Main Street perspective. And then I'm bringing like all of my corporate deals, all my Wall Street experience together. So it's like Wall Street meets Main Street. And there's nobody else in the world teaching it the way we teach it. And those 3 days were just incredible. Like the stuff that was happening in the room, the energy, the content. And like, we're not just talking to you about stuff that's like, just theory. We're talking to you about actionable things that you can take away and that you can do. And the case studies that we're teaching you about, deals that we've done and deals that our students have done, you can literally walk away from that event and know exactly how to find deals, how to meet sellers, how to build rapport, how to value a business really quickly, and how to structure a deal so that you win and the seller wins, so that you're buying a business that's safe, it's going to cash flow like crazy, and it's going to help you build wealth creation over the coming years. That's in the days. So you get 3 days of that, which is just incredible. But then at night, we take you out to some of the businesses that primarily Abraham has bought. He's bought axe throwing businesses, putt golfs, all these amazing businesses. So you get to go in the evening in one of these companies that he's bought using these creative financing strategies, these no money out of pocket strategies. And not only can you have a lot of fun in those venues as well, the networking is worth coming to the event alone. There's investors there. There's the deal makers there. There were deals being done in the room at the last event. It's probably your event, Abraham, I went to last time, probably the best event I've ever been to. And I was co-presenting it with you. And we sat down, but we said, dude, we got to do this. We got to do this together and put these events on, because we change so many lives with this experience and with this content. It's our fucking duty to do this for this marketplace, and that's what we're doing. And I can't wait for the Tampa event. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, it was so fun. Like I've been doing these for a few years. It's a little bit different than what you've done. It's very similar as well. It's different and similar. And I'm like, Carl, you got to come to one. You came to it. I don't know what you expected, but man, it was just the funnest event that I've ever done. Like of all the events I've done, it was the funnest one. Like literally, I'm usually there speaking like 95% of the time, and I'm giving 100% my perspective in it, everything. And with this one, we almost went 50-50. It wasn't even my event. It was like our event, you know? And we went back and forth. I didn't like have to talk the whole time. You didn't have to talk the whole time. And we gave people like two perspectives from two totally different, ways we grew up and did stuff. And it was just amazing.
So a couple burning questions, Carl, if you don't mind, is we had several questions around exactly what's included in the event, what kind of stuff are we going to cover, and then maybe Nitin, can you talk a little bit about the venue, the food, the entertainment, things like that? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Let me talk about the coaching piece, because that's really important.
Let's do.
You can literally turn up on the first day of this event with zero business buying experience, zero business buying knowledge, and zero business buying understanding. And at the end of the third day, you will know everything in a mastery way that you need to know to find deals, negotiate deals, raise capital, and then how to even grow and scale and exit that business once you've bought it later. So it's a business buying solution in a box that you can literally take with you and implement. That's the whole point of it. You've got to come to this event, learn this stuff, which will teach you in 3 days. Then you've got to go away and you've got to implement it. If you do the work and you implement what we're going to show you in these 3 days, we'll teach you every single thing you need to know to buy, grow, and sell the businesses that you want to do after the event. It's the most powerful thing, the most powerful education that you're ever going to get in buying companies. Even if you went to Harvard and dropped 200 grand on an MBA, you're not going to learn this stuff. I did an MBA at the University of Chicago. I didn't learn this stuff in business school, and I dropped, it was about 100 grand when I went, because I'm really old. But seriously, this is like a Harvard level MBA in mergers and acquisitions compressed into 3 days. If you implement what we're going to teach you in those 3 days, your life is never, ever going to be the same. We'll promise you that.
And then on top of just teaching everybody all this stuff, we'll take unlimited amounts of questions and we give, unlimited amounts of answers. And literally, we could tailor to exactly your specific needs, anything that having problems with, anything that you want to know. We're going to make sure we cover it. And then of course afterwards we're gonna have a blast. Nin could tell everybody like what to expect when they come, as far as what we're gonna do every day, how much fun we're gonna have, what you're gonna learn, and what's included.
Sure. So when we were discussing all this, we all put our heads together and we're like, let's create the coolest event possible. So going into it, we were like, let's not only just provide food, but let's provide great food. Let's, at the end of each day, let's not only entertain, but create the best networking environments. And so that's what we've done. A lot of these days, or all these days, we're going out. We're going to, not only entertain and dine you, but we're going to be in like private environments where we're going to be able to social network. So the first night, we're going to Dave & Buster's, which is Carl's favorite place. And
yes!
Anybody
that can beat me on Guitar Hero with Dave & Buster's, I will personally give you $1,000 if you can beat me. Guitar Hero. That's the challenge. I'm an absolute master at
that. And we will actually be going to visit one of Abraham's businesses that he started in Tampa as well that same night. Then the following night, we're going to go ahead and go to the Getaway, which is a private beach where we're going to have amazing food, amazing drinks, be able to socialize, and it'll be a great time.
What about when you get there, Nitin? What do you get? Like, do you just come in there? Like, does anyone need to bring anything, or can everything provided?
Bring the deals.
Nothing at all.
The deals.
Bring the deals. Bring the open mindset. Be ready to learn. Nothing else. All food's included. Everything's included. All they got to do is just come and enjoy.
So as far as when they get there, I mean, they get like books with every single thing that we go through, like slides. Every single slide, you're gonna have a nice, like the nicest books you can get. You're gonna be able to take notes.
100%.
You're gonna get like your pens, your highlighters, your all kinds of other goodies that we're not gonna tell you. You're gonna get all kinds of other goodies. So literally, this is what I've done the last 5 years. I've just gone to tons of different masterminds and tons of different events, not necessarily business related, but just anything related. And I took notes and I took the best thing from every single mastermind I've been to, and I'm bringing it to this mastermind. So you're gonna have the best of everything. You're gonna have the nicest of this, the best of this, best of this, and we just want everyone to have the best experience, have fun, and learn as much as possible. So
100%.
there's
Well,
nothing.
something really cool as well is like if you're not new to deal making and you've originated a deal and you have some numbers, bring it to the event. We're going to be having a lot of deal reviews. People are bringing deals, so we'll anonymize them. We'll throw them up on the screen, and Abraham and myself will break them down, and we'll give you the playbook of exactly how to go from the event and close that deal and become the owner of that business and the cash flow that business generates. We did that at the last event, and it was absolutely insane. So this is a very, very practical experience. This is not just theory. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we got to teach you, but everything we're going to tell you is actionable. We want you to go away from that event and put that stuff into practice and buy companies and buy the cash flow that those companies are going to generate for you. That's the whole point.
And we're going to break down a bunch of deals we've done over the last few years and maybe 5, 10, 20 years ago and show you how we did them, how profitable they are, how much money they make. And that's deals that me and Carl have done. But we're going to have at least a dozen plus people there that have done deals over the last 3 months, 6 months, a month ago, that are people that just came to, your courses and some of my masterminds, and they're going to show you what they bought, how they bought it, and how they came up with the money, or they didn't even need money. And they're going to break it down, which is like crazy because these are like a dozen people that just did it from learning the stuff that, we just all taught.
There's a really, so, hey, can I tell them about the secret deal structure that we'll teach them at the event, which will allow them to buy a business in under 2 weeks, just the way you would lease a car. So, when you buy a car, you can rock up at the dealership and drop $100,000 for a car, or you can lease it with no money down and just pay for the car over an extended period of time. We have mastered that deal structure for you to go and buy businesses. So you don't have to go to the SBA. You don't have to go and raise capital from tons of other providers, which takes a long time. You can literally find deals and own those businesses in a matter of days even, and walk straight into that cash flow without having to go out and raise any capital. It's a really interesting deal structure, and we've got protege students closing deals every single week using that. And I think some of them are going to be at the event. So you can even hear from them how they're actually implementing these strategies that Abraham and I have kind of put together. We're doing it our own deals, but our own students are doing it on their deals as well. But we're going to teach you that exclusively in the room at this mastermind, and you won't get this training anywhere else in the world.
Hey, one thing I want to make clear, Carl. So the businesses that we're talking about buying, are these like businesses?
I think you were going to say, are these businesses that are in some financial difficulty? No, I will never buy a business that's not generating cash flow. What's the point? Yeah, you can buy a business that's losing money for a dollar, but you're just inheriting somebody else's headache. I only buy businesses that are generating lots and lots of cash flow. And actually, the more cash flow the business generates, actually, the easier it is to buy. We'll get into that as part of the training.
Yeah.
What we do, though, is we look for distressed sellers, not distressed businesses. So the business is gushing cash flow, but it's the seller that psychologically has a very strong motivation to want to sell. And we'll go into why that is, how you can spot that, and then how you can play that psychology against them to be able to buy that business free and clear without using any of your own money. That's what this is all about.
Yep, 100%. And again, you don't have to bring anything. Just bring an open mind. We're going to give you a bag of goodies of all kinds of stuff you're going to need. We're going to give you breakfast, lunch, dinner every single night. It's all included. And I mean, literally, the networking alone is ridiculous. But the amount of stuff you're going to learn, there's nobody in this world that teaches what Carl teaches. And then I added, a whole bunch of other cool stuff from a different perspective.
Amazing.
And together, it's like there's nothing you're not going to know.
So Carl and Abraham, if someone said, "Hey, I really, really want to go, I'm just not sure I can swing it, but if it's at all possible, I'm going to make it happen," what would you tell them? How would you encourage them, and why should they come if they can make it happen?
Are they?
Yeah. So, go ahead.
I would just say, look, are you satisfied and happy with your life right now? Do you want to better your life? If you're content and you're happy with the way your life is, and you don't want to better your life, then maybe it's not for you. But like if you want to see yourself have a better life, and maybe you're working for someone and you want to have your own thing, maybe you want to have more freedom, maybe you want to be able to go on vacation more, maybe you want to make more money, then this is 100% like something you can't afford not to go to, because that everyone that's gone through your program and my masterminds in the past have now have the tools to do all that stuff that they didn't have before. And there's tons of proof that of all these different people that are going to come and show you. So again, if you are content and happy working with someone going to 9 to 5 and you don't want to change that, then it makes no sense. But yeah, if you want to change that and you want to better your life, how could you not come?
Yeah, absolutely. And the only person that's going to stop you from coming to this event is your bitch voice. What's the bitch voice? The bitch voice is that little voice inside of your head that tells you that you can't do things. It's making the excuses for you. We'll rip that out of your brain on the very first day when we talk about mindset, and we talk about why you need to believe in yourself and why you need to identify who are you fighting for in this life. Because if you buy businesses, you're going to make a lot of money, but money's only a tool. It's an instrument of good. What are you going to do with that money? Who's that money going to impact? Is it your family? Is it your community? Is it your church? Is it all of those things? It doesn't matter. But your bitch voice inside of your head that tells you can't do things or you shouldn't do things, making excuses for you, your bitch voice is why you are in the stage of life that you're at. We're going to get rid of that on the very first day and put you into an unstoppable situation and be able to go out and buy businesses and have a great, successful life as a deal maker, like myself, like Abraham, even Nitin and Chris. They're our partners in this business. They're doing deals. Like Chris and I just bought a bowling alley, which Abraham and Nitin, you came to visit. It's an absolutely unbelievable business that we acquired with zero money out of pocket. It's cash flowing. It's a fantastic business. And we'll teach all of you at that event exactly how to do what we do. But guys, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to want to do this. We can't want this for you. If you want a better life, if you want freedom, cash flow, pride, success, wealth creation, come to this event and we'll blow this up for you.
More self-esteem and believing in yourself with anything, really. But let me ask you, Carl, a question that people always ask me. So for these events, are these events like geared toward people that have never done anything, don't know anything about business, or are these for people that have businesses and want to grow their business and do both?
It's both. So we have all these students in our programs, and we had all these students at our last event. Some of them were employees in other businesses that wanted to escape that 9 to 5 and get into business ownership for the first time. Buying a business versus starting a business is quicker, it's safer, and it's a lot more lucrative. Or there's existing business owners there as well that own a company and are struggling to grow it on its own. And they want to buy growth. They want to buy more customers, buy more products, buy more locations, buy more channels to market, buy more market share by acquiring other businesses and putting them together. We've got people there doing roll-ups where they're buying lots and lots and lots of businesses within the same niche and melding them together. And then if you're into real estate, for a real estate investor, real estate is a great way to make money and do deals, but buying businesses is a phenomenal hedge to that strategy. You can buy businesses, make money, invest in real estate, vice versa. The strategy is kind of a little bit similar, but there's a lot of different nuances between business deals and real estate deals. We get into that a lot at the event as well.
I want to touch on real estate for a second. So there's so many people teaching real estate, and real estate's been the hottest ever for the last few years. And what I'm in a bunch of real estate groups, I'm in a bunch of business groups, and what I've seen over the last 4 or 5 months, first of all, real estate like really tanked and it's like not very good like what was. What I have seen that all these real estate gurus are not doing as good, and they're all trying to get into business now, and they don't really know business that well. So like literally, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of real estate gurus out there, but there's on a handful, you can count on your fingers how many business people there are, and you were the first one. We have a track record of doing, I've made over $100 million in profit on my businesses. You've bought crazy amounts of businesses. And just, the level of stuff that we've done for the last 35, 40 years is crazy. And what I'm saying is, real estate was great for a long time, but now a lot of people are not making money on real estate and leaving the real estate world. And what's important is real estate has swings. It goes ups and down, ups and downs. And when it's good, you make a ton. When it's bad, it's not really good unless you're really good at creative financing. But with business, does it matter if the market's up or down or up or down? There's businesses that do good on bad markets. There's businesses that do good. So like there is no ups and downs for business. There's ups and downs for real estate. Business is always there.
Hey, quick question for you, Carl. We've talked about last month to most of our Dealmaker team and family around the 2023 deal breakthrough. There's going to be a lot of people who are already a part of our Dealmaker Wealth Society family at some level. And I've had a lot of people ask me, is this an event that I'll get value from? Is this an event that'll help me get my breakthrough this year?
Oh my God.
Touch on that.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are they going to get value from this event? This will be the most insane, most incredible, most value-packed 3 days you're ever going to experience in your life. You'll probably want to come back and do it again just because of the energy and the networking that you're actually going to have. But we can teach you in 3 days everything that you need to know to break through and get into business acquisitions and business ownership, even if it's for the first time or the 10th time. Even if you're an absolute master at this, trust me when I say it, and I don't mean this from an arrogant perspective, Abraham and I are better, and we will teach you next level strategies because we don't just teach this stuff. We're doing deals all
every day.
Time. I'm involved in so many different deals right now. It's absolutely insane. I bought 10 businesses just last year, and I was kind of only really playing at it last year. I spent a lot more of my time last year coaching. This year, I'm probably going to buy 50 businesses in medical, in services, in e-com, in the healthcare space, and also in professional services. I'm signing LOIs literally on a weekly basis. So like a lot of people that teach this stuff, maybe they did it 10 years ago when the market was very, very different. I think it's really powerful, Abraham, that you and I are buying businesses all the time. So we've got real-time feedback on how the markets are changing all the time, which they are. New funding streams come to market, new deal structures. We're only ever going to teach you stuff that we are actively implementing today inside of our own deals. And that is limitless. Nobody else is going to do that. You go to someone else's event, they'll tell you about a deal they did 20 years ago. Well, that's great. But trust me when I tell you the market is very, very different to what it was 20 years ago. It's very, very different to what it was even 2 years ago. We've come out of COVID. We've got more financing available than we've ever had. There's more deals coming to market than we've ever had. And we've got the higher level of seller psychology distress than I've ever seen in my 31 years of doing a deal maker. It's like the perfect storm of deal making opportunity. And we will teach you at this event how to get your breakthrough and how to take massive advantage of that in 2023 and beyond. So you're crazy if you don't come to this event. You're absolutely crazy. So get on a plane, get there, meet us in person. We'll teach you every skill that we have in the art and science of buying businesses. You've got to do this, guys. Let's go.
I'm going to add on to Chris's question. Chris's question was, well, if I'm already in one of your programs and I come to here, am I going to learn anything new? So you basically said earlier that, look, if anyone beats me in guitar player, I'm going to give you $1,000. I'm going to make a guarantee. If you go through this mastermind after the end of day one, if you don't think you got at least 10 times the value that you paid, come see me personally, and I'm personally going to give you your money back. Like me, not you guys. I'm going to give. I've literally done these. for 3 years, multiple times a year. And I've never had someone say, holy shit, I can't believe that's all you charge. I would have paid 10 times that now, what you taught me. So if you don't think you got 10 times the amount after day one, just grab me, and I promise you I'm going to have the money to give you back that second. Like, I don't want anyone to leave after day one not thinking that they got crazy amount more value than they paid. Completely
agree with that. Do you know what though, Abraham? Nobody will come see you. They'll be mind blown.
Of course not. But
like the last event, no one's going to come approach you. Yeah, I know this event because last time I showed up and you and I just jammed and it was incredible. This time we've put a lot more science and thought and flow into structure and the process. I know for a fact it's going to be even better than the last event, and that last event was incredible. Some of the people that
we winged it.
They want to come to this event because they're like, I just want to be with you guys. I want to learn from you guys as much as I can. I want to get FaceTime with you. I want to keep networking. I just want to do all this amazing stuff.
And this event is all new content. Like every event I've ever done, it was like 90%, 85% of what I did the last event. And I always change like 10, 15%. This event, it was always, my content, and you just kind of winged it with me. This event, it's like literally all your content's coming in there that people haven't seen at any of my events ever in the past.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. As well as people in our Dealmaker world have never seen your content, Abraham. So it's going to be new for them.
That's right.
So Nitin, can you tell us a little bit about the venue, kind of where they should fly in, what the dates are, things like that?
Correct. So it is held February 24th to the 26th in Tampa, Florida at the Marriott. It's going to be an awesome time.
And what's cool about doing it in the airport Marriott is you can fly into Tampa. We have a room block link. We have certain numbers available, so get it fast once you get your ticket. And you can just stay right there in the airport. You don't have to travel anywhere. But if you want to book off site, there's probably 36 hotels within walking distance that are all fantastic as well. You don't have to worry about getting your own lunches. I mean, the value in this is going to be insane.
Yeah.
The idea of having to go and leave every time you want to do a meal, you got to go to Starbucks and wait in line for an hour before the event starts. All that's gone. Just come straight here and we'll pamper you from the very focused moment you get there.
And they're together with everybody else at all of those meal times. So it's networking opportunities.
Absolutely.
You might want to do deals in an industry that you don't know anything about, and you're in line for lunch, and there's somebody there that's got the brain power and the grey hair in that industry. By the time you finish your lunch, you guys are partners, you can go and do deals together. That's one of the real hidden powers of an event like this. It's not just the content and the strategies that you can take away and do deals with. The proximity for myself and Abraham and some incredible deal makers that are going to be in the room, that's limitless. You've got to get there, guys. I can't stress enough. Get in the room. Chris, you use that amazing analogy that often as deal makers, we're like zebras in a room of horses. Come to our room of zebras. We're all there. We're all like-minded. We're all doing deals. We're all learning together. Get in the room with the guys. You absolutely will not regret the best 3 days you've ever invested in yourself. And that's the key. This is an investment in your future as a deal maker and as a business owner. Come to the event. We'll teach you every skill that we have. It's going to be amazing.
You know what I love is, when people talk to me after the event, like a month later, 3 months later, they're like, not everyone buys a business right away. And some people that might not be what they want to do, but every person has come to me and be like, you bettered my life. Like I have a better relationship with my husband or wife. I know how to deal with this person or that person. It doesn't matter who it is, because we teach rapport, which goes to any single industry, just your regular life, how to deal with anyone, and your mindset. Like people leave there knowing that anything is possible, and it just betters their life in so many ways besides just business.
Absolutely. And not to even mention, we haven't even talked about the special guest speakers and a couple surprises that we have for everybody as well. I think it's going to be transcendent. And if I can go back to the Vegas event, we were all there. Go back to the Atlanta event back in November, we were all there. How many deals have come from those events, from partnerships, from people who've never met in person? I can tell you about Chuck and Jordan in Vegas, and we got Will and Otis are doing deals, and Min and Jim, and we got all these people that meet for the first time, end up just almost being just perfect matches for each other, go off and doing deals together. And people that have skills that you don't, and you have skills that they don't, it's just a perfect mesh. So I think it's going to be huge. I had somebody who was at your event, Abraham, and he and I are looking at a hotel next to the bowling alley that Carl and I own and turning it into an apartment complex. That's a deal that we're trying to get done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you. There's just so many things, and even real estate deals are coming from this because you got a whole bunch of like-minded people in the room.
I'm doing some deals with some people from the last event. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that that you can do.
Absolutely. Another person in the group in Atlanta called me. They're working on a wedding venue, so I was able to consult for them because we're in the middle of building 2 weddings.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
So I mean, just amazing. So cool. Can I share my screen real quick? I'm going to show a couple things.
But one last thing before you do that. So this is the cool thing about these events. Like, there's not just people in there that want to buy businesses. There's people in there that want to buy businesses. There's people in there that like want to invest in other people that buy business because they don't want to buy business, but they have extra money to invest. There's some people are lenders. Some people will need to borrow money. There's people in there that will lend. Dimitri was in there, right? Dimitri literally bought some businesses from that event and partnered with 3 or 4 other people that were in there that were just money lenders. Someone was an equity partner, and a couple were just lenders. And they're making way more money on their money than they would have had it in the bank. And then there's some people they partner with. So I mean, there's just everyone in that room. There's nothing that you can't do.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest ahas for a lot of the real estate guys that show up to the event and girls is, wow, I can get this much cash flow from one deal that would usually take me 10 to 20 deals. And and I don't have to put 20% down like a real estate property in traditional finance. And then everything that I learned as creative real estate financing translates almost perfectly to business as well. Those are the 2 big aha moments I kept hearing from people when I was chatting with them. So I think that's just massive that people are going to have the opportunity to spread their wings. So if I'll share my screen, 2 seconds, I'm just going to show you a little bit about the event. We went over this for anybody watching. We do have some spots available. They are going fast for sure. It's going to be in Tampa, Florida, February 24th to 26th. I'm going to be at the Tampa Airport Marriott. We've got a group booking page. We've got all that set up. Lots of other nearby hotels. So once you get your ticket, we'll make sure you have this link so you can reference it over and over again. Got some testimonials from the last events. We've got the agenda, kind of a rough outline of what we're going to be doing with you every day. And if you have any questions at all, our team is here to help you. We'll probably ask you a couple extra questions like your t-shirt size because we got lots of goodies for you. So anything else that you guys want to talk about before we kind of end this presentation and this chat today?
No, I just think, just to reiterate some of the key points, this is a Harvard MBA in business acquisitions. They're all actionable strategies. We can review your deals if you've got them, bring them along. The networking alone is worth the investment in the event, but we're going to teach you so much incredible stuff. Your life is truly never going to be the same. So get on a plane, get to the event. I can't wait to meet you. Abraham, do you want to wrap?
You're going to look at stuff in life, just in general. In life, you're going to look at stuff totally differently when you leave because you're going to realize what is possible that you didn't think was possible. And you're going to realize how important it is to be creative. And we're going to teach you how to be creative, obviously, to buy businesses or anything else. But we're going to teach you how to be creative just in life, right? I'm going to tell you stories just that have nothing to do with business. That's just show you how the creativity could work in regular parts of life. And literally everyone that leaves tells me how they just look at life differently when they leave in a much better way, obviously.
Awesome. And then one more thing, guys, the chance to go down to a warm climate like Tampa in the middle of February, that's a no-brainer. All right. So if you live in a northern state, come down here, use your Sky Miles, put this on the company credit card. This is a 100% write-off. Come enjoy the time with us and you won't regret it.
100%.
And hopefully we become partners. Hopefully we become partners with you when you come to the event.
Absolutely.
Literally, and partners with people.
Yep.
Yeah. All my partners right now are people that I met at these events. So that's crazy. If you ever thought, wow, I wish I could partner with these guys, get to the event, guys. That's the key. Get in the
Carl,
room.
you and I met at an event.
Yeah. Now, how many businesses do we own? 5?
Yeah,
6?
5 together. Yeah. Yeah, lots of zeros and commas too. So, it all starts with just meeting the right people.
Yeah.
Meet the right people. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this.
All right,
Thank you
guys.
so much for all your questions.
See you, Tampa.
See you guys.